and that may be what Miss Taken is talking about as well. But I'm talking about the over sexualized of dressing, how you carry yourself, and also what the video was talking about, seeing the side boobs, seeing the cleavage at 15 or 13, having the super short shorts, all that type of stuff, and you're literally wearing it and looking like you're 25 years old. Of course, our bodies are different. I know that as well. I understand as well. But me and all of us in the 90s wearing things that is just our bodies are just it is what it is, like cheerleading shorts. Like you might be the only black girl in the cheerleading squad. I know Paris was in a lot of groups, so she was the only black. Like, yeah, I'm not talking about like, oh, my body's gonna look this way with curves and her body may look that way. I'm talking about blatant black and white. You're trying to be sexual.
And
That's where we
to
are in
kind of help you
2023.
out with that, Casey, I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember when Fashion Nova launched their kids line. It was outrage about it. They literally had to go back and recast and regroup their entire children's line because it looked like many adult fashion. That's what it looked like. And what you will commonly see on Facebook is a little black baby going viral, dressed like a grown adult going to the club, where she got bell bottoms on, they're fitted tight around her pamper, it's a tank top on, and it's a little purse. You see it all the time where they're dressing up these toddlers, black toddlers, and the toddlers can't be no more than 18 to 24 months, and they look like they are going to the club. And I know
They
we talk
putting wigs
about
on them too.
prom, yeah, and I know we talk about prom all the time, but there is no reason why the prom dresses look like cocktail dresses that we could wear. There is no reason why the
What?
girls who go to prom, they are dressing in side boob. They're showing their curves. They're getting tailored to the point where it looks like, these gowns. It's not just the extravagance of the gowns or the way that the gowns, like, I remember at one point in time, prom dresses used to look like bridesmaid dresses. They used to look like silk bridesmaids gowns, especially around in the 90s and stuff like that. Now they look like cocktail evening ball gowns for a woman who is very seductive looking.
For
That's
a
exactly
stripper,
what it looks like. They got
a gown for a
upper
stripper.
The
leg,
track. Go ahead,
they
say the
they
track.
upper leg, they got, their breasts are, protruding, showing, and it's very
Split to the
disgusting.
crotch.
But even if you're going down to the women,
Oh, crazy.
bro, these clothes look so raunchy. It's so disgusting. And this is the one time where I say, you're playing whole games and you don't want the whole label. You're playing whole games, but you don't want the whole prize. You're putting on the whole outfit, and now you sitting up here trying to tell nobody you a hoe, but you walking like that duck, and you look like that duck, and you quacking like that duck, trying not to be called that duck. Like, I don't know why we
The
play.
parents paying for it though. The parents paying for it because they don't
So
have
But I'm
five
talking
hundred,
about
what do we do
$1,500.
about this, y'all?
adults
Like
too. And I don't
what do we
understand
do
why
about
we're
this stuff?
pretending that clothes do not have a language. You will not go to work with a t-shirt on that says I get high all day. So why would you sit here and feel like going outside and certain stuff is not a language to other people, especially in America? We have a
So
language to our
what
clothes.
do we do about this? We
We
I
can
need
think
to
it's a parenting problem. It's a
yeah, we can
parenting
talk
problem
yeah, we can
because
talk about gowns all night. Like who cares? Like what we're adults. Some of us have kids, some of us don't. What do we do about it? Like we sit around and talk about all this stuff. Like
be
what do we
better
do?
parents. Be better parents.
How though?
We're not
Because
the we not the
How?
problem. We're not the
No.
problem,
We are the
adults.
problem. We're always the problem. All of us are the
No,
problem.
I'm saying us individually are right. You just said the
well,
ones who have kids. We're raising our kids to not be the problem that we're talking about. How do we
But we're
help
on the
the people
platform.
that are making the problem worse? Is the question.
well,
But
what I'm
we're
doing.
hold on, y'all. We're on a platform, right?
Mhm.
And at least probably 40,000 people are going to see this particular live, maybe more, right? What do we help them? Because we sit around talking, oh, back in the day, who cares? What can we give the audience that will help them who got little kids to stop?
Well, I mean, look at my wall. I do this for a living. This help help women. And I've recently had to fuss at Black women again and say, look, I throw up my hands because you all refuse to see that your image does matter. And at some point, you got to say, okay, stop making excuses. Well, they do it. Well, their community is just as bad. Or they, no. Us, because we're the ones screaming that we don't have protection. We're the ones screaming the men won't take us out and treat us nice. We're the ones screaming that our men don't want to marry us. So really the onus is back on us to raise our value, right? And that starts with family and femininity. Mama got to stop making excuses for the daughters. So many mamas are so busy turned up that they don't even have time for the daughters. So listen, that's a conversation. If I don't want to be the bad guy, I'm not gonna go there. But what I will say is that each one teach one, try to set an example for those women that know the way, that have some modesty, have some decorum, you understand etiquette, you understand womanhood, ladylike hygiene. Pass that on to the young women. Be an instrument of influence, of feminine influence and grace and elegance, and they will pick that up. That's where we can start. We can start right there instead of making excuses. Every time we have this conversation, it's always 2 or 3 people that say, well, that other group is not, well, I go to this place and they don't do, yeah, right. And I can go to Shaker Heights, Ohio, and I can go to Springboro, Ohio, and see elegant little teenagers and go, well, they don't do it. Well, no. I don't care what that group does when I'm talking to family. When I'm talking to family, we got an issue. Black women, we have an image problem. End of. And we need to fix it. And how we fix it is we stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. What mama did, she did it. Forgive her. I got to do better because I want my daughters to do better. And I want my sons to see that there are feminine women that are worth your love, that we can have families. That's what that's about. And we can start there. That's where we start. That's the answer to your question, Mr. Lippert.
My answer would
I
be,
will say that sex appeal doesn't start in nudity. I think that that's something that we need to reinforce, not with the children. We need to start with the adult women. Because it's the adult women who the clothes are being made for, and the children just happen to buy into it. There are no Mary Kate and Ashley lines no more. I used to wear that. There are no, the little girl lines and Disney lines anymore. Miley Cyrus. They don't have a teen era for girls anymore. BB and stuff like that. It's gone. So the girls now are following up behind grown women. They're getting the hair, the nails, the makeup, all of that from us. They look like us. And we have to start with reaffirming to my sister, right? You may not be worried about what this black man said you look like, but I can tell you your sexuality and your sex appeal don't start with you being naked. It's more to you than you trying to provocatively show yourself. I can reaffirm that within my sister and tell her, you are beautiful regardless if you got a trash bag on or nothing at all. So you pick how beautiful you want to be, but know that there come with that certain level of beautiful that comes with your level of respect. So once we can tailor it down to the grown women and we can get them on accord to say, hey, listen, it defeats the purpose to go get a BBL that look natural when you could just look natural. When we can start actually getting the women on the same accord to say, listen, that filter ain't necessarily needed. You're fine the way that you are. And you don't have to dress this up. You don't have to use Photoshop to tone your curves. Men have accepted you, whether or not you had rolls or stretch marks or whatever else. If you don't like it, go do something about it. When we can start reaffirming that in women consistently,
it's the sisterhood.
And they help us. Then at that point, we'll see the trickle down effect within the children.